Okay, now good. Doing this on the fly because I gotta go to bed soon. It's not even letting me type it in. But never mind that. Oh, that should be good, and this should be good. So, welcome to my live stream. I'm gonna do this quite fast here because everyone should know what the storm is gonna do. So, without further ado, let's go through my document. I'm adding this on my YouTube channel that I'm Meteorologist. A lot of people don't know that. Here's all my sites that I use for my live stream. Weather.com, Tropical Tidbits, Pivotal, Weather.us, Windy. Since I'm forecasting on YouTube, my forecast is for fun and informational purposes only. Thank you for the 340 plus subscribers. And that's why my name is split there. Okay, there's my screen right there. There's the loop of the storm. As you can see, it's a monster storm right here, as you can see. That's the center of the low. All this rain is going to be lifting up by tonight. So tomorrow morning is going to be extremely windy with very heavy rain. Storm should be gone by sometime around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I take a look at that in a bit. Since I have a touchscreen, let's take a look at some of the data here. 30 knots of wind coming off this place right here. I forget what this is. Virginia. So the winds are cranking up to 30 knots, 25 knots, 15 knots. So there's a lot of wind associated with this low, and it's only going to get worse when it gets up to New England or the Northeast. So that's your current conditions right there. There's that low. Why do I not have... Oh, hold on. Let's see. Let's go to 7 o'clock. I should back that up. Let's do 1 p.m. on Monday morning. 6Z, so that's 1 a.m. I want to do latest runs. So the winds at 1 o'clock in the morning is not going to be windy at all, really. As you can see, the wind hasn't really came up. We might have gusts, wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. But nothing serious. Let's crank it up to 7 a.m. Now the winds are starting to blow on shore right here. As winds get up to around 25 knots, which that's like 26, 27 miles per hour, as you can see. So the wind doesn't seem to be... Oh, I'm mistaken. This is not right. That's actually 3 hours, so that's actually, 4 o'clock in the morning. That jumped 3 hours. Now it's 7 o'clock. Now the winds are getting abruptly rough right here, with winds up to between 20 and 25 knots, getting up toward 30 knots in the Cape and the Islands. This is sustained wind. This is not wind gust. This model is saying that the winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour is going to be spreading way inland. This is more aggressive than all the other models that you can see. Some of the high definition models say the wind is supposed to be pretty much in the lower elevations. I think that's Springfield right there. There's the wind starting to whip. So I'm expecting winds between 10 to even 30 miles per hour sustained, but gusts is up to 60, 65. And that's going to be between like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's the winds just surging as the low starts moving more north. If you take a look at some of this color, that color is definitely in the range of 20 to 25. It's not quite over 25 toward 30. 30 is more into this color right here. See how that is getting a little bit like more purplish instead of pink? That's towards 30. This model right here is really going crazy right here, which winds 10 to even 25 miles per hour sustained. And this is going towards 10 o'clock in the morning. Let's do another 3 hours. This is now 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Looks like the winds is going to be subsiding a little bit by the time we get to 1. None of the heaviest winds seems like the heaviest winds are going up to Maine, as you can see. It looks like it's getting calmer as the low is right on top of us. Now, I want to look at wind gusts. Okay, that thing gets in my way all the time. I don't know why it does that. I couldn't close out of that banner. Okay. Let's take a deeper look now. So we take a look at sustained wind. Sustained wind is going to be between 15 to a high as 37 miles per hour in the Cape and the Islands. This is a better representation here because there's a little tool here. This is in the morning around 7 a.m. Wind gusts in the Cape and the Islands towards 60 miles per hour, or more inland is towards more like 40 to 50 miles per hour. Wind gusts towards 60 miles per hour inland to even 70 miles per hour around southeast Mass. Look at the Cape and the Islands. 45 miles per hour, gusts up to 70. The wind seems to be cooling down a little bit as the low pressure system is way up here now. All the strong, angry winds seem to be shifted a little bit to the Gulf of Maine. Okay. I'm looking at the GFS now. So the strongest gusts and the strongest winds are going to be obviously in eastern, southeastern Cape and the Islands, but inland is still going to get pretty beefy winds out of this. Definitely. Alright, now that we know about the winds are going to be dying down as the afternoon progresses and as the wind shifts more to the west. As you can see by 4 o'clock, the winds are pretty calm for sustained wind, but you're still going to have gusts up to like 30 miles per hour inland. Most of the heaviest wind is going to be pretty much in the Cape of the Islands throughout the whole entire day. But inland, it looks like it's going to be between like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. the strongest winds. Alright, the next thing I want to look at is rainfall totals. Alright, to do that, I want total. I want to go right to 7 o'clock. Rainfall total seems to be the greatest inland instead of around the Cape, it looks like this time around. 2 to 4 inches of rain expected. Most of the rain is going to be centered around Western Mass and towards Albany or eastern New York, as you can see there, as that's where the center of the low will be, and the most heaviest rain around the center of the low. It's going to be getting isolated 5 inches in the Cape and the Islands right there next to Berkshires. It seems like it pops up a lot right there. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 models are saying that we're going to be getting even 4 or 5 inches of rain in the western part of the state right there. That's like Springfield, Amherst. Places right there are going to get hammered. Elsewhere, I would say a good solid 2 to 3 inches of rain, maybe 1 to 2 inches in the Cape and the Islands and eastern Mass. So those are your basically. That's basically your headlines of the wind and the rain. Why did I pull up? I don't even need one of the US right now. I thought I was going to use that, but I don't really need that. Actually, I want to actually back this up a little bit. So this storm moves out by the time we get to like 4 or 5 o'clock Monday. It looks like it's probably just going to be a cold and windy day Tuesday. Let's just take a look at that. Not bad. Cold 32 degrees in the Berkshires due to the cold trough. Eastern Mass, southeastern Mass, 40 to 45. Winds probably around 5 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be probably mostly cloudy due to that cold trough. But by the time we get to Wednesday, it should be very fair weather. High pressure should be in control for the rest of the week. It appears to be, but it looks like it may be cold northerly flow, as the direction of a high pressure system would be blowing clockwise. So it looks like there's a lot of northerly flow, but fair weather for the rest of the week. And as we get to the weekend, it looks like it's going to be fair weather. I didn't even know about that, because if you go back in time, it looks like it's a lot of fair weather. Looks like our next storm is probably going to be brewing sometime Sunday next week, or a week after that for our next storm. And this is midweek, right after Christmas, so I'm not even going to go any further than that. A bunch of high pressure and fair weather for the remainder of the work week. Let's take a brief look at the temperatures. It looks like we're getting pretty cold, but not really that bad at all. Low to mid 40s, that's not bad. Pretty decent week expected. That's because of that cold high pressure, so pretty much we have a dry, pleasant week coming up after the storm. Pulling up sunshine Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Friday it looks like some clouds might be backing in as that low starts being angry at the Atlantic, but it should remain sunny all next week. Not bad. And that is your forecast now. I gotta go to bed because it's 9 o'clock, but I just wanted to do a quick overview. And I thought I did a good job. Be safe out there tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. Run into flooded roadways and be careful of debris and power lines on the road if there's any damage. And have a good night.